What is going on, guys? EASYHEIMER here, back with another bike video. I'm with the Kingbull Voyager. This bike does have a 17 amp hour battery. It has a 750 watt brushless gear hubbed motor that's located in the rear. This range on the bike is up to 60 miles depending on what the level of assistance you are and how much you weigh and the terrain you're riding on. The bike's top speed is at 28 miles an hour. The max this aluminum frame could hold altogether is 440 pounds. This bike does come with nice 20 by 4-inch tires that are more suited for concrete and asphalt riding. Big spoke tires. It does have front and rear hydraulic brakes with a stainless steel slotted rotors. The battery is built into this frame right here, so if you wanted to, well, here's the power button, so on, off, and then you could check your power levels right there with nice little inserts to hide the battery electrics. If you wanted to take it out, there's a key that goes in right here. You twist that and this whole thing pops out. So you get integrated taillights with signals, so both sides work, as well as a front headlight that is actually pretty bright and does pretty well in the dark. The front suspension is adjustable for up to 80 millimeters of travel. So all you have to do to adjust it, flip that, compress the front suspension, and then lock it for what you need and what is more comfortable for you as a rider. It's a nice step through frame, so as long as you can put your leg up through here, you're able to sit on the bike. Aluminum alloy frame that can hold up to 440 pounds. This right here is a cargo area that is made out of nice wood that gives a nice little contrast between the colors. I like the gray and black, but the wood panel just kind of makes it a little different. And it's a nice little touch. It's nice finished. But back here, you're able to have up to 180 pounds of cargo. So whether that's a person or you strap some bags to it, can hold up to 180 pounds, and the bike can hold up to 440 pounds altogether, which is a lot of weight for this kind of bike, but it's impressive that it can hold all that. The bike weighs 77 pounds, which is pretty average compared to a lot of the other bikes. It's a nice backlit color screen. So right here is your miles per hour, your levels. There, 0 is obviously nothing, 1 is eco, 2 is eco, 3 is normal, 4 is normal, and 5 is their sports mode. And then on the bottom, you have their odometer. On the left side, you have the plus and minus to change your levels of assistance along with your power button. There's a throttle on the left side, front brake. And then on the right side, you have your gear changes, your 7-speed gear changes with your turn signals and your rear brake. This bike is pedal and throttle assist. So whether you are on the pedal or the throttle, the power and the assistance that you on will give you extra power as you're riding down the road. So I'm with the Kingbull Voyager, and we're going to do a hill test. We're going to see how fast we can go uphill with just the throttle assistance, and then if we have to, we'll pedal up the rest of the hill, and then we'll come down to see how fast we can get for a downhill speed, and then also do a little brake test. So this is on level 5 assistance. I have full battery. This is just throttle only. I'm going uphill right now, probably to the steepest part. I'm at like 15 miles an hour, just throttle only. I weigh around 220 pounds. Let's see what pedaling does. See if it picks it up a little bit more. So throttle only, it goes. Throttle only, it is around 14 to 15 miles an hour. And then if you pedal a little bit up the hill, you can get up to 17, 18 miles an hour, which is just pretty decent. It's a smaller size battery. Now let's see downhill, and let's see how fast we can go, and see how good the brakes work. Pretty fast. Those pretty good brakes. So downhill speed was around 35 miles an hour, which is really fast, and the brakes slowed me down to the point where I didn't cross into the road. So these are pretty good brakes and pretty good downhill speed. This bike does have tires suited more for like road conditions, so I wouldn't really take this thing off roading because it has front suspension, but there's nothing in the rear. It is all pretty much just frame. So it doesn't really protect you from any of the bumps that you might be doing off-roading. But it does have pretty good top speed. I got this thing up to like downhill like 30, 34, 35 miles an hour. No cop, no stop. See, like I said, this thing has throttle and pedal assistance. So it is very comfortable when you are riding. You can get up to a top speed of, like, I've gotten to close to 32 miles an hour. But it says it's only 28, so if you can push it a little bit more, if you're going downhill, you could probably reach 30 to 35 miles an hour. I'm pretty sure you can unlock this thing to do a little bit more, but it's not really kind of designed for that kind of stuff. Slow down pretty well. I just didn't want to go to a full stop because that hill is pretty aggressive. Holy shit. The only thing I have noticed with this bike is if you are off the handlebars, I don't know if it's a bearing issue, I don't know if it is a front steering issue, but if you let go, the bike shakes violently. Like, I let go for a couple seconds, and I don't know if it's an alignment issue, but I don't think it should be shake. I was going, I don't know, 18 miles an hour, but like even at any speed, it'll just start to kind of shake. I don't know if it's a bearing issue. I don't know if it is an alignment issue, but I don't know about anybody else, but I don't want to be riding the bike. I mean, obviously you're supposed to be having both hands on the handlebars for safety, but if you have to take your hands off, I don't want my front tires to be violently shaking like that. Could cause more issues down the road, which is not something that I really want. Yeah, so that's the only thing. Like I said, this bike does not have rear suspension, so you kind of on this, especially on a road like this where there's a lot of little divots, you kind of feel it right on your rear end, you know. It does corner very smoothly. Something I've noticed, that it's very smooth when it comes to that kind of stuff. But like I said, when you're riding, it just starts to violently like shake. So I don't really know what that's about. Like I said, I don't know if it's a bearing issue or if it's the front wheel is in a line or something that torqued down. But like I said, I'm going 20 miles an hour. And it starts shaking. It's not, like I said, I don't want to cause an issue with these bikes because I think it is a very good bike. I think it's very well designed. It has good power. The brakes work well. But going 25 miles an hour and while you're riding, the whole front end starts shaking and tweaking out. I don't know what that really is. So other than the incident where you don't have your hands on the handlebars and it shakes a little bit, I think this bike is very well built. I will be talking to the company to see if there's something with how the bike was built or if it's a bearing or alignment issue. I still think this is a very quality built bike. Everything from the battery to the top speed to the braking capabilities. This bike does still have a lot of good qualities that I like to emphasize on, which makes it still have a lot of potential to be a very good commuter bike. Please let me know what you guys think about this bike down in the comments. And as always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. EASYHEIMER out.